Clive Owen is coming back to television in a new series called The Knick. It's set at a historic New York hospital called the Knickerbocker in the year 1900, an era when the average life expectancy was about 47 years old. He plays a brilliant surgeon who has a few drawbacks, let's say that. We're so excited to have Clive with us this morning. Thank you for being here. And The Knick is not your typical medical drama. How would you describe it?
It's set in 1900. I play a brilliant doctor who struggles with a few things, including liquid cocaine addiction and hanging out in opium dens in the evening. But it's set at a time where the medical world was sort of moving incredibly fast. So it's a hugely exciting time, and they were making huge discoveries very quickly. And you know, it's also an opportunity to have a look at what was happening in New York in 1900 as well.
It's so fascinating. It's very dark, but it grips you from the opening scene. Dr. John Thackeray, that is your character. He's described as arrogant and self-absorbed. And you've said you have no problem playing characters who aren't likable. But how do you get into character for someone like that?
I mean, Steven Soderbergh, who directed all 10 of them, sent me the script, and it was such a brilliant piece of writing, and the character was just so original and unusual for a kind of leading, you know, character in a drama series, because he's brilliant, but he's confrontational, he's arrogant. He's, you know, he's a drug addict who's also being brilliant at what he does, and I just, you know, the challenge of playing such a sort of unusual, complex, sort of wild character was, you know, I just had to do it.
And he's also a product of the times, because it was the beginning of the 20th century when racism and sexism were overt and completely acceptable. I want to take a look at a scene where you have an African-American surgeon who wants to work at the Knick. Let's take a look.
This is where I'd like to be. If you would just give me a chance. In London and in Paris, I was treated as an equal, and I have no doubt.
This is New York. This is not London or Paris. You can only run away and join the circus if the circus wants you. I don't want you in my circus.
As an actor, was it difficult to say those lines?
It's I mean, there's a whole journey that goes with Andre's character through the season, and I know where it ends, so you know it does develop that relationship. But the guys who wrote the thing did an incredible amount of research into the period and into the time, and at that time there were no black doctors working in hospitals in New York at all. And you know, it's shocking, but it should be shocking, because you know, we're looking at what life was like back then.
You mentioned Steven Soderbergh directed all 10 episodes. It's already signed up for the second season, we should mention, which is pretty remarkable. Was it like making a 10-hour movie?
It was exactly that, because he decided he didn't want to shoot it episodically. We boarded it like a movie, so we shot, you know, we went to a location and often shot everything from all 10 episodes in that location, and it's a big challenge. You have to carry an awful lot in your head, but it's an incredibly kind of efficient and smart way of attacking it, really.
And you know, just completely going in another direction. Now, how'd you like that mustache? Was it yours? You grew it?
Of course, I had to do it. No, I mean, it seems that in 1900, 95% of men had some kind of facial hair. I read a book where some girl describes kissing a guy, and it felt weird because he didn't have facial hair.
And I understand you weren't a huge fan of the mustache.
No, the first thing, I finished the whole thing, and the first thing I did was go literally straight upstairs and shave it off.
We wanted to make you feel at home, so our crew decided to, you know, just join Clive with the whole mustache look, very 1900s of them. See, now
it's not the right shape. Guys, come on.
We want to thank you so much for doing this, Clive Owen. We like the mustache. We love it. I know you got to grow another one, right, for the second season?
Probably.
Good luck with that. The Knick premieres this Friday on Cinemax.